Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text. We tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for Transfiguration Sunday, and we're talking about the mountain. We're talking about the trip up the mountain. We're talking about the voice that we hear. We're talking about all of these wonderful things that happen on the top of the mountain, and then they go back down the mountain. A lot to do with mountains. We're following 3 weeks of them being on the mountain and hearing the Sermon on the Mount and the Beatitudes, and then now it doesn't follow in the story per se because the stuff happens in between. And this text, the Transfiguration Sunday, the text follows the Peter's confession and then Peter's rebuke as Jesus says he's going to die, and Peter says, God forbid it. And Jesus says, get behind me, Satan. And then they go up 6 days later, they go up on the mountain and they hear this voice. And so I am a couple of ideas. I was going with one direction, and then I got down to the Dollar Tree, and there's a couple of different directions we can go. The first one, and I think this is the direction I'm going, is I'm talking about climbing mountains. So what I have is, did I get a second? Yeah, 1 second. There we go. Okay, I had my bag down there, and I had just one pulled out. So I've got a couple of items, and all of these together I'm going to use. I've got a large carabiner. I've got some 2 mini carabiners, I've got a pair of gloves, and I have my rope. Now, all of these I would not climb a mountain with. No. Dollar Tree stuff, don't climb a mountain with it. The gloves might help you do something, but the rest, I think they even have on here, warning, not for climbing. Anyway, but it's an illustration. So, talking about mountain climbing. If you know someone who is a mountain climber, you might want to talk to them, get some imagery or get some language around it. But you've got the stuff, and I see this, the disciples and Jesus are climbing the mountain. They get to the mountain, top of the mountain, they hear the voice of God. There are so many times that we think that we have to get to the top of the mountain, or that things have to be going fantastically well for us to hear the voice of God. That, I've got to be doing just right, or I have to sing the right songs, the feelings have to be residing in my heart, all of these things, so that I can see and experience God. But you know what? We have this theology of the cross. This is language I wouldn't use for the kids, but for us, we've got this theology of the cross that tells us that God is with us on the mountains, but also with us in the valleys and in the journey as we travel up. And that's what I'm going to be focusing on, is that this idea that we've got all this mountain climbing stuff. I'm going to climb the mountain, and I'm going to get to the top of the mountain, and then I'll be able to see God. Then I will be able to hear the voice, and then things will be great. Then I will be able to experience my God. And then talk about how, however, Jesus has been walking with them the entire time. Jesus walked up with them on the mountain and walked with them down the mountain, and Jesus walks with them until Jesus ends up on the cross. Jesus, aka God, has been with them from the very beginning. And so this is the direction I'm going, is that with these talk about mountain climbing and about how we think that there's times that once I get there, and talk about how the disciples, they're up there and they see God, or they hear God. And the thing is that God in Jesus Christ has been with them the entire time. So that's the direction I'm going, and how God is with us. Now, there are a couple other items that I've stumbled upon in the Dollar Tree. One is Transformers. These are little Transformer figurines, and I haven't opened this, so I'm just going to make sure to see. No. Okay, the Transformer figurines. I was assuming that, and I don't know why I assumed it because it's a Dollar Tree, that these were small, that they actually did the transformation. However, you can tell the story, and many of the kids will know the story of the Transformers, so you could use these, or you have your Transformers with you at home, things like that. So, but the other direction I was thinking about going is I ran into these. They are top blocks, brick stickers, or Lego stickers. And I got 2 kinds. There was 3 or 4 different kinds. This one here has all kinds of different stickers that you can put on your Legos. There's a crown, there's a little wand, there's a shoe, there's different things like that. And then on this one here, this is the kind of a Halloween one. There's zombies, pumpkins, an axe, a nuclear sign, a bat. Anyway, there's like one, I think a Western one, maybe a police one. Different stickers that you can put on the blocks. And I love this idea of the regular Legos being transformed, and then as they were pieced together and as you were building something, there was this transfiguration in front of you. So that's one of the directions of these sticker blocks. And so there we are. I'm going with the mountain climbing and about how God walks with us in Jesus Christ up the mountain, when we're on the mountain, and in the valleys below, that God is present with us. So, all right, I hope this can be a springboard for your own thinking around your children's sermon. And as always, thanks for stopping by. If you are so inclined, like this on YouTube or on Facebook or wherever you get your dollar store children's sermons fix. I appreciate your journey in this ministry, and thanks for stopping by.